never thought that I would be so addicted to you.
On top, underneath, on the side of you.
Better yet, baby, inside of you. I like the way you just flowing down.
And I can feel it all around.
In the front, in the back of you.
Girl,
I love the smell of you.
Yeah, you know my peaches and cream. It's even better when it's with ice cream.
Know what I mean? Peaches and cream. What's up, y'all? Welcome back to No Chaser Podcast. I'm Tim John, the wrong suit.
I'm Ricky Shucks.
I'm Nikki Blades.
Good morning.
Good morning.
What's up, Nick?
How's everybody feeling?
Wow.
Sheepy.
We haven't seen each other in a long time. Might as well talk about some old shit. You finally saw Sinners.
I did.
I haven't seen it yet.
Oh, never mind. We're not gonna talk about Sinners.
I mean, no, look, everybody's talked about it.
No.
I feel like I'm not missing out on anything. I feel like everybody's seen it and they've given everything away online, and I still want to see the movie.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen anything that I didn't already know.
Right. Yeah.
But I do have a question for you about it because I think I got a condensed version.
What do you mean?
I seen an interview with Delroy and Omar, and the interviewer was talking about this pivotal scene in the car.
Yeah.
How long was that scene for you?
It was short.
It was short.
Yeah.
So when he tells dude, you got that guitar back there, what
Yeah.
happens after that for you?
He takes it out. Dude is telling a story. He's telling a sad story, but then he goes into and then he just starts singing, and then Preacher Boy starts accompanying him with the guitar.
No accompaniment of the guitar for me.
What?
He said, you got that guitar back there. He starts laughing, he picks it up, and it fades into the next scene. There's no, he hums, he's doing the humming thing, but he never sings. There's nothing past that. He never plays the guitar. It literally fades into the next scene of them pulling up into something. And I'm like, wait a minute. I was prepared for this specific scene, and I did not get it.
Does old dude's character start singing?
He hums. He doesn't sing. Is the whatever singing you heard, were there words to it? Were there lyrics?
I gotta think. I want to see it again, to refresh my memory, because
You gotta go to the IMAX.
I remember him telling his story,
and
then he begins to starts to hum, because I feel like, okay, he's like, and for me, I was like, oh, that's a dope moment, because it kind of shows how Black people, especially back then, they would, sing to help with the pain and everything they were going through. And I was like, that's great, right? And I'm like, yeah, the blues, exactly. And I'm like, but I can't tell you if I remember if our story's the same or not.
Yes. So in that interview, the interviewer is talking about it like it's just this pivotal moment. Delroy is like, yeah, that wasn't scripted at all, but he just let us go.
Oh, the singing part, yes,
the singing part, even the guitar shit, none of that shit was scripted. They just let us go. And then I see people online oh man, the embodiment of jazz, talking about that car scene. I was like, okay, I'm excited to see this shit. And there was nothing.
I feel like I remember them singing together. Something. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Now that happened.
Okay, Denisha, do you remember
specifically about
them all
Delroy.
three? Well, yeah. Okay, here we'll do. Nikki Blades, you move your lips while Denisha tells us about.
What was your question?
The question is the scene that you remember the scene, right?
The one with Delroy.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember after Delroy he starts to hum after his story, if Preacher Boy actually comes in and starts joining him with his guitar and possibly singing?
I just remember the humming part.
Mm-hmm.
I only remember him actually singing when he was just him and Michael B in the car.
Okay, so that's what I was seeing. But the way people were talking about it online in that interview made it sound like it was going to be so much more. For me, it was literally just humming. Which, I mean, I get it.
Preacher Boy humming with him too, though.
No.
Okay, so you saw a different version of the movie?
I'm thinking I may have a condensed version, because in the interview, I do believe Delroy also says when they first screened it, they took that scene out, and he had to be like, nah, man, you got to put that back in.
Well, I think I saw the same interview as you. He said he saw the original monologue was like a 3-minute like 3 minutes of a monologue, right? And then
he condensed it.
Yeah.
But then he said, no, you gotta put it back. And the monologue may have been all in there, but the improvised part, for me, it was just some humming and knee slapping. He told him to get the guitar, and then he never played the fucking guitar.
Well, looks like we gotta watch
go
it
again.
Wow.
in IMAX though. We gotta go for the IMAX.
I'm gonna
shit.
go.
Yeah.
Well, Nikki Blaze, it's only up until May 15th.
Well, guess what? I'm back next week. Actually,
Are you?
I'll be here.
I don't know
I
if
do
I want
wanna
to
see
wait
it.
for that.
Okay, well then we go today. Fine, done.
I would.
Let's go today.
You know what he's gonna say.
Well, we can go today.
Y'all can go.
Yeah, no. Tim has a lot of things he has to do.
Well, shit. Let's not subject you to more Sinners talk, Nikki Blaze, if you haven't seen it yet.
I am loving it. I'm not gonna lie. It just seems everybody's enthusiasm around the movie makes me excited to see it. It seems like better work is being put out there. What I'm hearing about the movie is that it's gonna force Hollywood to do more like that, or just like better films.
It's an original that was really good. So I
Yeah.
think that could spark something because everybody's just doing remakes and
Yeah.
sequels and continuations and shit like that.
I think it'll, I think more than anything, I think it will hopefully inspire established directors to start doing more original shit. Because I
Yeah.
feel like it's a lot of people making original shit that no one cares about.
Yeah.
But the fact that it's Coogler, Michael B. Jordan, and the trailers just like it just looked cool to me. I think, and the fact that it, of course, now everyone saw that it was a success and it's done really well. Like, yeah, maybe Hollywood will start putting more money into some original shit.
Isn't the next big movie coming out him? Peele.
Oh yeah, about
he's
the,
got one coming
the
out.
sports one.
Yeah, the sports one. That I'm really excited to see that. Coming out.
Everybody loves some Jordan Peele. I would love to get into my Jordan Peele bag one day. You know what I'm saying? Like his whole. Have I talked about this before on here?
I don't think so.
Mm-mm.
Like the whole, as far as new inspirations in my adult life, to see Jordan Peele go from like dumbass, hilarious sketches and then morph and evolve into the trajectory of now he's like respected, established producer, writer, director. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause you know me, like I want to do weird shit. You know what I'm saying? But I'm like, even with the sketches, I'm like, I can't get too weird with it. People are gonna be like, what the fuck is this? You know what I'm saying? You almost feel like you get in a box because people expect a certain thing from you. So you keep doing the same shit, right? But there are weird sketches I've done in the past that sometimes people are like, what the fuck is this? But then when it hits, it hits.
Yeah.
And so like people will watch old Key and Peele sketches and be like, oh, you can see the
where he
weird
was-
shit creeping out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Or where it takes a turn. You're like, oh, what the fuck happened here? I'm like, I'm itching to get there, you know?
Yeah.
Just do it. Just do
No,
it.
I will.
Just do it. You got 17 million different projects going on right now. Why not add another one to it?
You know?
Just be weird.
Just be weird.
No, I will. I mean, well, first, I want to do the dumb, funny shit first.
Yeah.
And then do a couple of them, and then I'll segue into the weird shit. Once these graves really start hitting, I'm going full
Next
out.
level.
I'm like, guys, I'm a director now. All right,
Love it. Just Goldblum them.
I wonder if they're. Did y'all watch Damon Wayans' Shannon Sharp interview?
Some of it.
Just-
I only caught the clips.
Well, in there he talks about a movie that he has shot, and it has Marlon in it, and I think Cat Williams, and just a bunch of different people. But he shopped it around, and they wasn't trying to give him enough money, and he said he just put it in the vault. And he told Marlon, like, if you think you can sell it, go for it, but I'm just gonna leave it in the vault. But he claims it's this great fucking movie, and the premise seems a lot like the trailer for the Jordan Peele shit that Marlon is in.
Yeah.
Oh,
So I'm wondering if this is just an adaptation of that. Like, hey,
Ooh.
I got this.
hmm
Let's see what we can do with it. And Jordan's like, okay, well, I need to flip it because I'm not just gonna take somebody's movie.
right,
But
right.
the premise is very similar.
Yeah, going into the sell your soul for your team and for the
Mhm.
success and for the fame and in the sports space, you haven't really seen anything like that on the big screen. I feel like the closest to what was happening behind the scenes with sports and to that level, do you think there's any movies? Not with the demonic stuff behind it, but just like the
Just with the whole like
I was just gonna say,
Any Given Sunday,
That's-
low key.
right.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think I've ever seen a sports movie that went like weirder than like just telling an actual story about, you know what I'm saying, but like what's going on. Like nothing that's like that hit me like, oh, like what the fuck is this? You know what I'm saying?
I mean, it's definitely a more dramatic twist with that shit. But yeah, just something that explores that side of it, because a lot of people don't see that. They think about it in like music, maybe in Hollywood, but they don't think about it in sports, and that shit's a thing too.
Such a thing. The more athletes you're around, and when you're in this space, you're seeing things you're not supposed to see.
Lots of devil worshippers is what you saying, Nikki.
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that, but it's like any industry that has high levels of success. There's a lot of stuff happening behind the scenes that we don't know.
Yeah.
And again, not going the demonic route, but there's so much.
Yeah.
And
people, I was like, people believe that it's just like, this guy's the best. That's why he's on top. But a lot of times it's like, okay, we want this guy on top.
Oh, right.
Yeah, everything is chosen. I mean, look at what happened with the draft. Let's just talk about the NFL draft and what's going on. There's so many people pulling these strings, and we forget that sports are entertainment. That's what it's based off of, is to entertain. So what would make us think that there wasn't more happening in the background?
Yeah, and it's crazy because at first I was just surface level, like, oh, they trying to humble dude. You know what I'm saying? They got vendettas, his dad, blah, 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 blah. But then they told, I heard about the ratings for day 2 and 3. That's never happened. So I'm like, oh.
Yeah, they dragged.
That makes sense.
They dragged that out. And this was one of the times where a lot of people had the athlete on their pick for the top. It wasn't like everyone's just making up that this kid should have went higher.
Not a lot of people. Everybody list had him in the top 3, and I think a majority of them had him going number 1.
Oh, or like the reverse with Colin Kaepernick. You know what I'm saying? He's just waiting. He's like, yo, what's good? But because he's like, I'm training y'all.
Colin's still outside running. He's still throwing footballs. So he's like, hey, anybody?
Literally, though. He literally is.
He's like, I'm still here. I walk on. I just want to be on the bench. I just want to be on the field.
I'm still doing push-ups.
Yeah, he's like, you see this? You know, my suits is.
Oh, man.
We're out here still throwing, running and throwing.
Oh, that's interesting. I never thought about this concept of like an industry plant, but in sports. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. To Rick's point, like, it's not the best person doesn't always get the position. Just like anything else, somebody else had to decide, like, you know what? Because this season is going to be real interesting watching how hard he goes, and everybody's eyes are going to be focused on the NFL, which is what they've been talking about, because the ratings have been so low in sports in general.
They seen what happened in Colorado, and they're like, oh,
okay. Little Sanders effect.
What happened in Colorado?
So Deion Sanders, you know Deion Sanders is great. He went to coach.
The rapper.
Exactly.
He did try.
But yeah, so he went to coach in Colorado. He brought his sons with him, and he recruited a bunch of dope ass players.
Okay.
Colorado was a team that wasn't doing great, to say the least, and he got them up there.
Oh, I see.
Viewership, attendance, celebrity, everything. Colorado's all over ESPN, every fucking blog and shit like that. And his son, one of his sons, Shador, was the quarterback, and he's a very cocky kid or whatever, but rightfully so. He's actually talented.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And the media hates him.
Oh, interesting.
Hates him and his dad. You know what I'm saying?
An easy target.
So now you got black celebrity fighting the media. Y'all can say this about him, but we got him. You know what I'm saying? We're going to show up. We're going to promote. So it's this whole back and forth, and there's always beef with other teams and all type of shit. So it created this WWE type drama.
Yeah.
So the ratings are way up.
Yeah, for everything. And they're like, if this can happen there, you know we can use that anywhere.
Interesting.
So he was supposed to be 1 through 3 in the draft.
Yeah.
Like, not rounds, picks. And and he ended up going in the fourth round.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
144.
Yeah.
Oh, word.
Yes.
It's crazy.
And
nobody could understand.
Ah,
why.
okay.
Right.
So that's the drama.
And so
Yeah.
every day, after every pick, boom, his name was getting brought up. So the draft wasn't about anybody else.
Yeah.
If anything, if you went before him, the media was saying you didn't deserve to go before him. So
Yeah.
it all became about those two
Yeah. I don't know who went number one at this point.
because it didn't
Because
matter.
it's just all about,
Mm.
you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? It was similar to, but bigger than Bronny. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Bronny was
Yeah.
the 55th pick,
Yeah.
and we hear more about him than I don't know who went first
Right.
in
Right.
the NBA draft. Now
And
I
his
think
dad
about
is
it.
the guy with the Nike shoes and the.
No. Space Jam.
Yeah,
Space Jam. Yes. Yes.
Speaking of Space Jam.
How did you have a Space
Oh,
Jam?
God.
No,
segue?
only because.
Oh, God.
Only because this is where my brain just went. It's a good transition because I was singing R.Kelly when we were
Okay.
when we were doing our Vegas shows. We just got back from Vegas. We were in Vegas for the weekend, and because I opened up my set because we were doing stand up in Vegas, right?
Yeah.
I opened up my set because the DJ is like, hey, what song do you want to come out to? I was like, give me that remix to Ignition, hot and fresh out the kitchen, bro. Because randomly on my algorithm, it was like popular sounds people are using for reels. And it was
yeah.
like feeling on your booty or some shit. I was like,
Yeah.
are we back?
Oh,
Bro, R. Kelly has had 1 or 2 viral TikTok sounds since like 2019, bro.
Yo, I was in Dallas and
Yeah.
I was at this spot called Kitchen and Cocktails,
Mhm.
and they're playing it's like sexy R&B music going on, and then all of a sudden I'm hearing R. Kelly, and I look around
Yes.
and everybody else is singing, and the person next to me is like, "Are you okay?" I said, "Are we allowed to sing?
Yeah.
Are we allowed to sing
Yeah.
R. Kelly?" And he was like, "We don't care out here." I said, "Oh yes."
So bro, that's why I was like, I'm in Vegas. Let's go. It ain't no cameras out here.
Yeah, no
So,
cameras.
we do a little stand-up set. I'm like, give me that Ignition remix.
Give
See
me
what
that,
happens. I came
honey.
out, I let that shit rock for like another 30 seconds. I was like, don't worry, y'all. We in a safe space.
It's a safe
Mama
space.
rolling that body. Go ahead, get into it. Let it take
Yes.
over you.
Everybody's looking around like, "Can we sing it?"
It was like, I want to say 60% of the crowd was like, okay, yeah, bounce, bounce, bounce. Other 40% was like, oh man, are we good?
Yeah, just everyone's scared. Let's just be real.
So
Everyone
funny.
want to sing, but you're scared because now everybody's doing crazy stuff, and almost every artist that comes on the radio or on across my feed is crazy.
Problematic in some way.
Oh
yeah.
my goodness! Even I'm not gonna lie, I'm feeling concerned about Kanye because I be listening to some of his music now, going, "Oh no, I don't know what you're singing about, sir. He done told us too much."
Yeah, I feel like Kanye is safe at this point.
To listen
For how long?
No, just he's safe to do whatever he's doing
Okay.
because he seems so crazy
Okay. So it's
that
like
people don't feel like he's influential in that way. anymore.
Got
You know
Oh,
what
you
I'm
mean,
saying?
yeah.
I think when you have the influence and it feels like you can get other people to echo the shit you're saying,
Yeah.
that's when they like, oh, we gotta
Oh.
neutralize him.
Yeah.
Oh,
The way he's going,
Nobody wants to
it's
repeat.
like,
We don't wanna
so-
repeat.
Oh, you mean he's physically
Yeah,
safe.
he's safe. Nothing's gonna happen to him.
Right,
Is he
right.
safe to listen to? Yeah, I don't think everybody stopped to listen.
No, I don't think anyone
Yeah.
stopped, but I think differently. Now I'm listening a little different to
Yeah,
Kanye.
definitely.
I am definitely, as a fan, I have been defending Kanye for so long.
long.
And look, even when the original DEFCON 3 on the Jews shit dropped,
Whoa.
I was quiet. I stopped wearing my Yeezy shit for a while. And then he put out like a half of an apology. Like he kind of
Yeah.
said, never mind, I'm sorry about that, right?
Yeah.
And then
And then once he did that, I was like, whew, the Yeezys are coming back out, baby.
these are so comfortable.
Like, they're so comfortable.
They're so comfortable.
And I was at Beta School dropping her off, and one of her little friends, I didn't realize it, but they're Jewish, and her dad was like, you got the Yeezys on, man. Come on. Yeah, he's been tripping lately, right? And I'm like, he kind of apologized. We good. And he was like, nah. But I was like, nah, we good. And then fucking Ye dropped the fucking swastika album cover. I was like, oh God. I was like, all right, man. I can't do it. I can't do it anymore. I can't do it.
Yeah.
That little apology. That was more of a, I didn't know what DEFCON meant.
Right.
This is what I meant to say. Fuck y'all in this way. Like, he apologized for using the wrong word to say what he wanted to say.
Now that it's like, I read Mein Kampf to go to sleep and like call me Hitler and
what did he say? 2 hours or 2 pages a night?
Bro. I'm like, and like I'm sucking my cousin's dick. I'm like, all right,
Oh
man.
man, when he dropped that one, I was like, oh no. And then it just was going on. And then you talking about Kim, like sir, we saw you chase her around for years. She didn't want you. She threw you a bone and then y'all got together. But you can't say that you had a chance with Paris Hilton. You can't say you had a chance with Paris Hilton.
Hey, you never know.
They did not want each other.
He's Kanye West.
He didn't really want
Think
her.
about before this. He was Kanye fucking West. That man was the biggest in the world
but
at
he
one point.
really didn't want Paris. He's just saying stuff to say stuff.
I don't know. He has a bar. I got Paris. He got Nikki. He tried to get him a clone. He been talking about that.
You know what? I did forget about that one. Okay.
But here's my last defense for Kanye.
Okay.
And I'm not a Kanye defender.
Yeah.
Before all of that shit you said, I was already like, this motherfucker off his rocker.
Right.
But I realized he needs therapy. We all know that.
Yeah.
100%. Yeah.
He can't trust therapists though.
Mm-hmm.
They want him in a conservatorship.
Yeah.
That's me being completely real.
Yeah.
They want that.
Mhm.
And anybody who has access to him in that way will be used to do that shit.
Valid point.
So what he's doing right now is his own version of therapy.
Getting it all
He's
out.
Purging. He's released. You don't just tell people you did that to your cousin for no reason. That's been fucking with him. He needs to release that shit. So while I do not agree with anything this motherfucker's saying, I feel like there's more behind why he's doing it than just trying to stay in the media, trying to stay relevant.
So are we re-releasing the I miss the old Kanye shirts on Goody Brand?
When we get Goody Brand back up and running, yes.
Okay.
We have to.
We need a new Kanye. Don't bring back the old. We need a healed Kanye. What does healed Kanye look like?
Nah, I'm on graduation.
I mean, yes, we miss him.
Late registration.
When he wasn't dealing with his issues, when he was just pushing them down. Let me write this music. Not talking.
Everything before 808. That's
okay.
the Kanye we need.
Okay. You said the auto-tune wasn't for you.
Nah, I liked it, but that's just when he got sad.
He did get sad.
That's when he got hurt.
You know what's funny is I knew this girl who when 808s and Heartbreaks dropped, she was talking to some dude. And I guess he felt wronged by her. So he starts fucking playing Heartless in the car, looking at her. How could you be so heartless?
Hey, I feel that. It's cold as the winter wind when the breeze.
You know, I wonder what song comes to mind when my exes think about me.
Let me ask you this, Nikki Blades.
She take my man.
I would not be here if that was the case. I would be somewhere else. Okay, I should have took the money. Damn it, I should have take the money. Take the money. Take the money. You broken sad.
I remember.
I really, there's times where I reflect and Dad would be like, babe, you made your life harder on yourself, right? You know how many opportunities you've had.
Hey, look, man, the ones that take the money be fucked up too.
That's true.
But
they be more fucked up because they got all the things and they still not happy.
Facts.
True.
Facts. At least, I am cool with all but one ex. So
be a gold digger, man.
I might have to change my life, out here trying to work and shit. What? This is overrated.
I remember I was 15 with with my girlfriend at the time when I was just a little freshman in high school or 8th grade, however old it was.
At 15?
14, 8th grade, 15 freshman.
You old ass. Tim taller than everybody else in the class.
Nope.
Still. Yeah. However old I was. And the girl I was dating, she kept flirting with this white boy, right? So I'm listening to fucking Eminem, I Am. And then I'm like, to deal with these cocky Caucasians. Just that one line, cocky Caucasians. Just pissed.
One bar out of a song is hilarious.
That has nothing to do with my situation.
Yeah.
Just want to say cocky Caucasians.
Oh my god.
Oh man.
Wow.
Hey, music's so therapeutic.
It truly is.
It is. Do you guys have any therapy songs right now? Something you singing real loud?
I mean, I got a whole playlist of shit.
Mm-hmm.
I got one specific song when I'm really like, all right, I need to shake something off real quick.
Okay.
But you can't find it unless you're on YouTube.
Mm.
It's called What I Want. What is spelled W-A-T
Okay.
by Dime a Dozen.
Oh man, that's my shit.
Yeah.
So Dime a Dozen is one of the OG YouTubers in the like YouTube rapper space I was in the early days. And we would do these like YouTube ciphers and shit. Like back in the early YouTube days, we started doing these ciphers. Someone would rap on a beat and they'd be like, I'm calling out this person. It's a black, and then you would rap on the same beat. Dime a Dozen, who I've actually the No Chaser theme song that starts up, it's me and Dime a Dozen's song.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And he put out this mixtape, and that song right there, it's fucking. He just makes good music.
Mhm.
Yeah.
He was a kid, but to this day, it's still like it sounds like I listen to it today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, shout out Don.
He still puts out music.
He's still rapping. He's still elite too.
Yeah, man. Yeah. I remember what were we talking about? Music, therapeutic music.
Yeah.
For a long time, because I don't get sad too often. You feel me? But I like to pretend like I'm sad when I listen to sad music.
That's where Veda gets it from. It is where Veda, daddy, get me looking sad.
Yeah. Film me in slow motion. Pretend like I'm sad. So when I put on, when that Barbie Billie Eilish song first dropped,
okay.
I used to be in the shower, just put on that shit.
He's sitting in the shower on the floor, letting the water just drip down and just rocking.
Yeah,
don't tell
man.
his boyfriend.
Or like, you said what?
I said, don't tell his boyfriend.
Or like rainy days, I definitely put on some
God.
sad, like a cold summer afternoon.
Cold
Put on
summer day.
He's just looking out the window in the car.
That's definitely on all my sad nigga playlists.
She is driving, Tim staring out the window.
Yeah, fucking Veda's trying to play me. Shut up, baby, I'm sad.
Record daddy in slow motion.
Speaking of my sad little baby, bruh, the other day I told Rick already about this, but she had her first diarrhea as a self-aware human being. Like she's had diarrhea as a baby, like when she was like 2, you know what I'm saying? Of course she hated it. But she had her first diarrhea as a like actually know some shit person and was devastated. Like ran to her little potty. I'm like, Dad. She's like, Daddy. I'm like, I need help. Like, what's going on, baby? I run back there. She's on toilet. Little bit of shit like on or like dripping off the side of the potty. She's, What's wrong? Oh, you got some diarrhea? It's okay, mama. It's okay. Everybody has diarrhea. Daddy shitted himself last week. It's okay. I'm like, baby girl, daddy gets diarrhea. Like I was grown and I got diarrhea. Did not know what to do, dog. I could not calm her down. She was so upset. Embarrassed that he shit on her little panties. Feels weird calling them panties, undies.
Poor thing.
Oh man, it was tough. And it happened to be like a day before I left for Vegas.
Oh no.
So she was having a little diarrhea, fucking booty hole was hurting. I'm in Vegas. She was like, you don't want to just come back?
What am I gonna do?
But Vegas was fun. We ain't been to Vegas for 3 whole days in a minute feels like so long as a
Dude.
grown man. Like, why the fuck am I in Vegas for this long?
Yeah.
It felt like a long fucking time.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, give me the rundown. Everything looked great online. Sorry, guys, I was out of town. I missed it.
It's all
Mhm.
good.
You did. You suck. You said you were
You know,
coming.
I did say, and then I got a job offer out there. I said, I'm sorry, guys. I got to make money. Love y'all.
It's all good. I knew you weren't coming.
Yeah. I was like, oh, to listen to y'all talk some more? Nah, I'm good.
Hey, that shit was funny though.
Okay, tell me. How'd it go?
It's cool.
Oh, hell. Oh, yeah.
Nah, nah.
Wow.
Stays in Vegas, dude.
Nah, to be honest, it was straight.
Yeah.
Nah, it was
You had
great.
to be there, you know?
Wow. Great promo for the next show. You guys do that the best.
No, the thing about it is what it is.
Oh man, I mean, you didn't come in just bashing it, so it had to have gone well.
Yeah, no, I mean, we came, we saw, we conquered.
Okay, well then fuck the show. How was the wedding? Didn't you guys have to go for a wedding?
Oh man, the wedding
There
was like
fuck your show. Let's go to the wedding.
Good time. Please don't, please don't, please don't, please don't.
Just answer the question, Rick.
Please don't.
It's gonna be a long day. This is episode 1 of a long filming day. This how you want to start this off? Rick?
No. Before you take a break, all right, we give up. Nah, I really don't. The shows are great. The shows are great. The shows are
Yeah,
great.
no, really good crowds. Better turnout than we expected. There was some mix up with the tickets and shit.
Yeah.
Like,
Okay.
they were telling people we were sold out when we were not even close to
Oh.
sold out, and people were just giving up.
Oh.
They put their names on other people's shows.
Yeah.
So people were buying tickets to later shows that we were not on.
Oh.
Like, it was all type of shit. But
Yeah.
still, even with that, pretty full houses every show, 4 shows.
Yeah, I felt bad for the people that got the shit mixed up because we knew when it was our crowd.
Yeah.
Because it would be like, we would be in the lobby after our show taking pictures and shit. And I would see a group of like eggers, like, and I know they're here for Super Ego, and they're like, "What's up, man? Yeah." I'm like, "Okay, cool. Well, y'all at the show?" They're like, "Nah, we're here for the next one." I'm like, "We're done, dog." Like, nah. I'm like, yeah, sorry about it. I know you're not here to see some fucking magic.
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I know eggers like magic, but it just,
Yeah.
I'm like, sorry guys. But for the people that came to the shows, yeah, it was a great turnout, like Rick said. But I also like when when the ticket sales didn't necessarily sell out. I think they kind of like they'll try to bring in random people from the street. So I like when I'm doing these jokes I'm trying out in front of people that don't know me.
Yeah.
So there was like one night specifically. I like when I see just old whites in the audience who step in and they're like, "What did I get myself into?"
Look at this diversity. Look.
And when I can
DI is
get
not
them
dead.
like chuckling and I can see the little shoulders bouncing, I'm like, "Oh, okay, cool."
There was a clip of a shirtless man on the stage, or a man on the
No,
stage.
he wasn't sure. Yeah, so we did a little thing at the end of every show based around the wedding. But in that show, that was the last one, and that was maybe the most hype crowd. But that dude in particular was fucked up.
Yeah,
Oh.
and he was a
He
huge
was-
fan.
Yeah,
Okay.
and he was just fucking, he was speaking the whole time or whatever.
Mhm.
So once they pointed him out to me, because I didn't really notice him, but I was like, all right, that's the dude I'm gonna call on stage at the end. So I did it, and what you seen is what you see. Oh man, he hit his face kind of hard.
Yeah, he was trying to Magic Mike that
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
Did a little worm.
Wow.
It was a big sweat spot.
I tell you what happened that never happened to me before, even in my handful of stand-up shows, because I don't do them too often. I forgot my shit a couple times during one set, and so at one point I'm doing it. We did 2 shows each night, Friday night, Saturday night. So my second show Friday night, I was out there and I was like, "What wasn't my first one?"
That was
Second. So I was out there and I was like, hold on, I forgot my next joke, y'all. Sorry. And then I was sitting there, I was like, man, hold on, y'all, my bad. I took my phone out. Okay, prostitutes, porn, children. Oh yeah. So anyways, here's the thing about breastfeeding. And then it happened to me twice on the shit. So I was like, hold on, y'all, my bad.
It's
So-
like now it's the bit.
But now it's a bit, right?
now
But
it's
it
a
was
bit.
it was literally just also I was really forgetting.
Yeah.
But afterwards, someone came out to me and I was like, yeah, man, you know, I'm glad y'all enjoyed it. Sorry, I fucked my shit up. And they were like, oh, that wasn't on purpose? I was like, oh, cool.
Just kidding, yeah.
Yeah, you know, I'm glad you enjoyed that, you know.
Yeah, but it was fun. I did feel good about Saturday more than Friday. I had a really clean one on Saturday. But you know what, Nikki Blades?
What, Tim?
Doing it more, I think I've kind of really realized that I don't like love stand-up.
Okay, so this is the conclusion after.
Yeah, like I'm still, look, mind you, I've probably done under 10 sets at this point, okay? 10 shows. Yeah. And so yeah, maybe if I did it more, it would change things, but I enjoy it when I'm up there. It's fun for sure, right? And I do feel like good up there, but I don't know if I like love it.
You're not chasing the. You didn't feel inspired to start going and just open mics.
Not really, man.
Okay,
not really. But
I feel like you have to love it. You gotta love doing stand up to continuously put yourself out there to all these people.
Yeah, I mean that's why I won't do it.
Yeah,
because I think you have to love it, but I think you have to do it a lot to love it.
Yes,
and it's like this weird twist because you got to have both, but kind of at the same time. But it's not possible to have it at the same time because I think if you do it more, if you just go out there and work out every night and shit like that, you'll hone it better. Yeah, that in turn will make you love it because you feed off of the crowd. If all 4 of those shows was as hype as the last one, I feel like you would feel differently. Yeah,
potentially. You know what I'm
saying? Did you ever watch The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel?
No.
Okay, well, The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel is on the premise of her doing stand-up comedy and like how she stumbled into it one night because she was up there just talking shit about her husband who cheated on her. The next thing you know, it showed the process and like, yes, you have a high, which makes you want to go back out, and then it's like, oh, that didn't land, and then you refine and refine and refine. It feels like you have to be a perfectionist to really get to the next level with it, and a lot of self-criticism. That don't sound fun.
You know, and here's the thing, I think maybe if I was in a different just like stage of like currently where I'm at, right? Because like y'all have heard a million times, I'm trying to write this fucking movie, right? So I feel like maybe if that wasn't my mental priority right now, and I was elsewhere, and I'd be like, oh, I can focus on this, because of course I know I can do better, right? And that's the perfectionist shit of it too. A part of me is like, I don't have time to be better right now. Exactly. I'm not trying to throw myself out there and be meh. You feel me? Yeah. Even though I killed it, of course. But like, but yeah. So
it doesn't align for what you're truly trying to accomplish.
Yeah.
Because it seems like the more you want to do the movies, even tapping into some of the weirder sketches and just the work that you're trying to do. Stand up would be like on this side.
A lot of the comedians turned actors attribute all of their shit to stand up like that.
But I feel like
that's the foundation.
Start off with
they
it,
start
though.
off. You need that time.
Yeah.
The way he's doing it or they're doing it or whatever, it would be the equivalent of the only time you get shots up is in the game.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You got no time
to
get
he's
your
just
shit
good
right.
just because. And then it's like, you could be better, but you're like, nah, coach, send me back down. I'm tired.
Right. And that's the thing too, is I respect it so much. I don't want to just do that. You feel me? So, you know, if someone wants to throw me a bag, of course. Here's the thing. I finally have something I can clip because I've been using the same jokes every time because I'm trying to hone and refine. You know what I'm saying? So I haven't posted no clips. I got one joke that's kind of topical from this last one. I'm like, oh, I could clip this.
Yeah.
Let's say this shit gets some views and someone's like, would you like to, I'll throw you a bag to come do a set. I'm like, fine. I'm trying to pay for this fucking private school. Cool, right?
Yeah.
But like, I'm cool right now. I'm mad respect to stand-ups. Of course, I've always super respected stand-up comedians. But, you know, not for me.
Yeah.
At this juncture.
Yeah.
You know?
And you can tell when there's some comedians that do stand-up that you're like, oh, you don't love this. Like, are you mad? Like, what's happening here? I've definitely been to some shows where the comedians were not happy and they took it out on everyone.
Not happy at the
crowd, at life, at whatever. Don't catch a comedian that used to be an alcoholic sober.
Oh Lord.
Those are not fun sets. All they talk about is the fact that they're sober.
I'm so not experienced that like crowd work work,
funny.
like I'm not used to like crowd work yet. So
Mhm.
like one time I was doing one of them Brea shows with Eric and them, and this was like one of my first ones too. And it should have been a layup for me as far as interacting with the audience. And I said something, and dude was like, "That's like some anime shit, right?" And I was like, and yeah, of course, I'm Asian. I can make some anime jokes. But I was like, yeah. So, because like this man is fucking up my rhythm right now.
Like, sir.
Yeah.
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 I was like, yeah, that's nerd shit.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Oh my God. And there's some comedians that only do crowd work.
Yeah, well, it seems like that on social media.
Seems like it. Yeah. There's some. Again, I used to work with the Improv in San Jose. I love stand-up. I love going to the shows. And I sit close to where you can see me, but I'm not in the splash zone. Like, if you just so happen to catch me, then I might get in a joke. But sometimes when you're watching a comedian that you love and you want to see some of the work like you've seen online or on Netflix or whatever, and then all they do is crowd work, you're like, this is lazy. You know. Yeah. That's lazy.
It's interesting because I think the beginning of that was because of what he's saying. You can't put clips of your jokes because they're working it out. They're doing it multiple times. So they squeeze in crowd work specifically for clips. Yeah. If you see me being funny with the crowd, you might come out. I can post this, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
get it in there. But then other comedians are like, oh, okay. Yeah, I'll just go up there and make fun of the crowd or try to interact with the crowd. Now they're forcing shit with the crowd the whole show.
Yes.
I saw this clip from this older comedian. He was like, oh man, I haven't done any crowd work clips for my reels. Hold on, I gotta keep up with these kids. And he would do this. Excuse me, sir, where you from? Wisconsin? Hey, fuck Wisconsin. Got a clip. Here we go, sir. Hey, what do you do? What do you do? I'm a dentist. Oh, that sounds stupid. Okay, next clip.
He's like, okay.
Easy, bam, clip, okay.
Oh my God. My media manager told me I had to do this.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Well, next show, when you guys, did that make you, are y'all teaming up on something? What's the next project?
Show-wise?
Yeah.
We got to do another No Chaser live.
We will.
Put that out there so he can't act like we're not doing it.
Right, no, you like that layup? I said, come on.
We most definitely will. We most definitely will. We're gonna figure it out. I feel like I am talking to somebody about Seattle.
Ooh.
That is probably one of the easiest ones as far as don't worry about Seattle.
Yeah.
And also I will be at Wildin' Out Live
in
Stockton. May 24th, I'll be part of that show. So
gang,
get
you gotta be safe out there, Tim.
I'll put the link in the description. And thank y'all for watching another episode of No Chaser Podcast. Is there anything else we want to plug before we get out of here?
I don't think so.
No, I think we did well.
Always.
It's a fun conversation.
That was nice.
Make sure you go watch another episode and follow us on everything. And the Cash App, Nikki Blaze.
Yeah, $. Nikki Blaze. It's real.
I'm Tim Santaroxy.
I'm Ricky Shucks.
Wow, we shouted out my Cash App. I'm Nikki Blades.
Bye. All right, cool.
Help me pay my bills.